Hey everyone, it's me, Ethan here, back at it again with another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Brickmania's E-100 German Super Heavy Tank that came out back in, I believe, 2021. So it's been out for a minute, even though this was a limited run. So there's not that many out there. For the one I have here, it is number 18. But with that being said, guys, let's get right into this review. To start things off here, we got the box. As you can see, we got a nice image of the E-100 to fit that massive cannon that this tank has, which is really nice. Get a little half shot of it, very nicely detailed. Shows you everything that you're about to get when you open this up. Then on the top here, we got some information in regards to the kit. Got the kit name, obviously being the E-100, the description being a German super heavy tank, the designer, which is John Kapa, and then we also have our Brickmania ID number for this kit and the skill level. And this kit has 1,179 Lego brick arms and Brickmania elements. And of course, the custom minifig, which we'll get to here just shortly in this video. Coming around on the other side here, we have pretty much the generic look that Brickmania is going with their boxes. Now, again, this is at the time of 2021. I have yet to really get any recent Brickmania sets. I couldn't tell you what has changed, but I don't think much has changed, at least when they do the box art. But we got, again, another nice picture of the tank with, of course, the tank commander, which we'll take a look at here in a second. And then on the side here, we also have, again, the set number, and this is number 18, as I mentioned earlier. I believe out of 25 kits. Could be wrong about that. But that wraps up the box. And then before we get to the instruction manual, this came with the set, I believe, as well. This gives you just another little top view of the E-100, and again, another side image of it, plus the specifications on here. As obviously, as you can see, we've got the max speed, armament, how many crew members it has, and the range that it can travel. And then we also have, again, another E-100. And then in the back here, we have the calendar, which was for the month of October during 2021, which is pretty cool. And that wraps up this little sheet. Next, we have the instruction manual. Again, this is just a fantastic print that Brickmania has. We have another outline of the E-100, E-100 on the top there. Obviously, again, tells us who the designer is, Brickmania logo, and then in the back, nothing going on here, except for it's printed in the US. That's good to see. And again, it's pretty much really nice here. I'll just give you guys a little clip of what it looks like inside the instruction manual. It's very easy to follow along to, but my only thing is, really pay attention to everything, because there's a lot of steps that kind of intertwine with each other, and you might miss a couple pieces, which is what I did when I was building this kit. But that wraps up the instruction manual. Now we got the tank commander, which is the exclusive minifig for this kit. One thing that's really to note in here is that there are a couple nice inclusions that Brickmania has put in here. They started using 3D printed parts. So for the hat on the tank commander here, it's actually 3D printed, which is really, really cool. You can take a look at that there. As you can see, it's got some ear muffs to cover his ears, and also to listen to the rest of his crew. Got some nice printing there on the hat as well. Then coming to the face, he comes equipped wearing goggles, that kind of disgruntled look. Then on the torso here, as you guys can see, we got some nice printing going on, some wires to act as the wires running to the headphones. And we also got a holster, as well as suspenders to hold the camouflage pants, which are really cool. As you can see, got some different tones in there to act as the camouflage. Got some printed lines in there to act as stitching, as well as creases. And then for his boots, he does have some printed boots, which are really nice. And they go around the entire leg as well. So again, Brickmania does a fantastic job with their minifigures that they make. They're custom minifigures, I should say. And he's carrying a Brick Arms submachine gun, and a pretzel. You know, might be hungry on the trip there while driving his tank. But that wraps up the Tank Commander, guys.
All right, guys, here it is. Here is the E-100 itself. As you can see, fantastic model made by Brickmania. They really captured the look of this tank entirely, in my opinion. I believe it is supposed to be in the 1/35th scale, so it fits that scale. I wish I did have a tank on hand to compare it to, but sadly didn't. But as you can see here, all these details that you're seeing on this tank are all printed. There's no stickers on here. I should say, though, that this kit does come with a sticker sheet, but that's if you want to change out the tank identification number, which you can kind of see on the side of the hull there. But you can change that out if you didn't want to use the printed tile piece. I mean, I wanted to use the printed tile piece just because it looks better. But, you know, if you wanted to change it, you obviously had the opportunity to. But again, everything's printed on here, from the wheels to the little bolts that you see there holding the side skirts, to even the German iron cross or German cross. And then obviously on the hatches here on the top, you can see, as well as the vent covers, which is really nice. Then our next thing here, which I'll be showing just in a second here, is the second 3D printed piece that Brickmania includes in here, which is the main muzzle brake for the cannon. At first glance, you would never think this is 3D printed. It's very well done, and it just looks really good on the tank. Next here we have the main feature for the cannon, which you can elevate it and depress it by using the periscope on the top. Very well hidden feature. Very cool. Then in the rear here, we have another Technic piece, which you can spin, and it will traverse the turret. And the turret will traverse a total of 360 degrees. I just didn't showcase it here. Then on the top, we got some hatch covers that you can just slide off like so. Tank Commander fits in his standing up perfectly fine. And then as you can see here, on the other side, you have to sit the legs down for him to actually look like he's sitting inside the turret. On the rear here, we have another hatch that you can open, which reveals the engine. Sadly, there is no engine in here, but you can pretend the axle piece that traverses the turret is the engine. A little bit of a stretch, but let's believe that's what it is. Now, coming to the underside of the tank here, you can see all the double wide track links that Brickmania used here to, act as the tracks for this tank, which it takes a lot. But as you can see, also tracks do move, and we do have working suspension. I just could not replicate this on my desk since the tracks do not get any traction on it. And here, without the tracks, you can kind of see more of the movement. Every wheel is on an independent axle, and there's rubber Technic pieces that are on each of them that act as springs, which is really cool. And then under here, you can see more of the axle pieces and all the wheels that went into this kit, which was a lot. But that wraps up this tank.
Well, guys, that wraps up today's video with the review of Brickmania's E-100 German Super Heavy Tank. I hope you enjoyed this review as much as I did. This is actually a fun kit to build, as well as to just do a review on. As well as, like I mentioned earlier in the video, guys, this has really been the last Brickmania tank I have bought in a long time. So if you guys want to see me do more reviews on the review style videos like these on Brickmania kits, definitely let me know. Plus, just also send me ideas of what kits you would like me to review in the comments below. But with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, definitely leave a like on it. If you're new to the channel and like what you're seeing, definitely hit that subscribe button. We are doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers, which is with the Star Wars 327th Star Corps Clone Trooper Battle Pack, the overpriced one, and you might get it for free. So definitely hit that subscribe button, guys, if you want to win that, and I'll see you in the next review.